Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick video about some of the hardware that I've got in to potentially build another quad. This is the frame I'm thinking of getting in. This was actually donated by a patron of mine called Nick, so a massive thank you to Nick for sending this in. This is actually an AOS UL7 frame from iFlight, and it's one that's designed, I think it's Dave Rossiter's actually the guy that designed this thing, so kudos to David. This is kind of designed for more kind of long range stuff. It's a 7-inch frame. So because I got that in, I thought I need to get hold of some motors, I need to get a flight controller and other bits and bobs. So I was looking around seeing what we could get hold of and kind of stumbled across the T-Hobby website. Now T-Hobby is part of the Tiger motor family. So T-Motors, Tiger Motors, as it used to be T-Motors now. They also have a T-Hobby website that has loads of stuff on there. So I thought I'd get a flight controller, some ESCs, and also some motors from there as well. And then I could start to potentially put this thing together and have a little bit of a play. So I thought it'd be interesting to have a look at some of this stuff. I haven't had a lot in from T-Hobby before. Usually I tend to use a lot of other manufacturers like Speedy B and Maytech. But these guys actually have quite a lot of technology on here, so I thought I'd get it in, have a look. So the first thing is the flight controller. This is the T-Hobby Velox F7 SE. This has an F7 CPU, clue is in the name, and it's built to the latest Betaflight wiring standards, so it has both cables and solder pads, plus it has a Bluetooth connection on here, so you can set it up and configure things with the SpeedyBee app on your phone. MCU is an STM32 F722, gyroscope is an ICM 42688, two BECs, one 5V 2 amps and one 10V 1.5 amp to run things like a HD FPV system, 6 UARTs, OSD on here as well, built-in 128MB black box, Type-C connector, weighs about 9 grams, size is 37.5 by 40.6 by 4mm, standard 30.5 by 30.5mm mounting holes, and the input voltage supported is 3 to a whacking 6S. There is only one drawback with this I found, and I'll talk about that at the end. Coupled with that is the Velox V60 SE 4-in-1 ESC set. This is a 70 amp continuous per motor 4-in-1 ESC, so it's really built for the kind of aggressive flying. If you have a problem, then the ESC should handle it without an issue. 4 to 8S LiPo input for this. AM32 firmware, standard mounting holes of 30.5mm, and that 4-in-1 designed to kind of sit under the flight controller. As I've mentioned, it will do 70 amps continuously, but it will burst up to 75 amps, relatively low burst current, so it sounds like most of it is being used to actually power the motors, 4 to 8S and 12.3 grams. Now, I'm a fan of T-Motor motors. I use them a lot here in lots of different things. These are the F60 Pro Vs. They're built specifically for things like FPV racing, but they have really nice bearings and they have cool stuff, like it's actually a hollow titanium shaft, so it kind of tries to keep it as light as possible, give you quicker responses. The ones that I've got in here are actually the 1950. They come in lots of different KVs depending on what you want. Motor dimensions are 26.8 by 31.7mm. It's a 20 AWG leads on this, 150mm. Shaft diameter is 4mm. Idle current on this is about 1.1 amps. Maximum power you can put through this is 1037 watts, and they weigh about 34 grams a piece. Designed really for 6S LiPo, which is what I'm thinking of for this. However, I have used motors like this in the past with 4S for endurance style builds, and that's kind of what I'm toying with at the moment. So if I start to put this together, I will make a little video series. The only thing that I found that's been disappointing with this, because I tend to find that the T-Motor and T-Hobby stuff is pretty high grade. I use a lot of the T-Motor stuff on my fixed wings because the motors are so beautiful, is that unfortunately this little flight controller currently only has a Betaflight target. It doesn't have an iNav target, and it doesn't have an Ardu Pilot target, which I'm a little bit bummed about, because Long range quads, I like to have something that's going to know how to use a compass and GPS properly and fly the thing back to me. And I know lots of people out there really love and trust the return to home or GPS rescue mode as it is in Betaflight. Personally, I've had bad experiences. My flying buddies have as well. I don't trust it. So if I'm going to build something that's going to have lots of nice technology in it, I kind of want it to fly back to me. So I may wait until this thing has support for iNav or AudioPilot. And T-Hobby, if you're watching this, please pull your finger out, get involved with those projects and make sure that we have that firmware available. I think you'll find that this kind of stuff will be more used if it's available for other stuff apart from just Betaflight. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Pedantry 60 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.